Hello, welcome to Todd Miller TV. I wanted to have Oana here today because, as you probably are aware, when you guys go into Google and search something and then you click on Todd Miller TV, I get to see what phrase you put in and sort of how you're finding my blog. So it's interesting that about 70% of the queries are questions, and then you end up on one of my blogs. So one of the questions that I got was really interesting was, how do I write a Homepath offer?
Oh, that's a great question. I like that.
So that's kind of an interesting, how do you write a Homepath offer? So without saying anything else, I'm going to let you sort of handle that general question.
Okay, well, you write a Homepath offer the way you write any other offer. What's cool about Homepath is that you're not going to have to worry about appraisal.
Okay.
It's also interesting that Homepath is just for Fannie Mae properties. So if the seller is Chase, or if the seller is Wells Fargo, or if the seller is Freddie Mac, I'm sorry, Homepath does not work. Homepath is just for Fannie Mae products. Homepath is also great for investors because they have this great program for investors where it's a reduced down payment and it qualifies. I think you can have up to 10 properties that go Homepath as an investor, so that's phenomenal. Homepath is a wonderful opportunity for investors in particular to maximize the use of their cash because it requires a lot lower down payment. Homepath is a wonderful opportunity for homeowners who want to buy a property because you are not subject to appraisal. So in this market where appraisers are doing things that maybe the rest of us don't quite understand all the time, you don't have to worry about that because the lender will go ahead and fund the entire purchase price. So minus, of course, the down payment. So that's a wonderful opportunity.
So quick question then, because a lot of the concerns people have are, I wrote an offer, I'm an FHA buyer, and I'm getting outbid, but or I'm not getting the deal accepted, even though I'm willing to pay more for the house. So let's say that you've got 3 offers on a house. We'll just say the house is listed for $100 grand. You've got a $95,000 cash offer, a $100,000 FHA, or a $105,000 with Homepath financing. Based on those 3, which do you see the Fannie Mae more likely accepting on those?
The most likely offer to be accepted at that point would be obviously the Homepath offer for a couple different reasons. One, it nets the seller the highest amount, 105, versus the cash offer at 95.
Okay.
The other reason is, remember, Fannie Mae was trying very hard to get first-time home buyers into their homes. So a Homepath offer is more likely to be an owner-occupied offer. Now, if we're talking about a 105 investor and a $95,000 investor, Fannie Mae may still pick the $105,000 Homepath offer. Remember, the sellers have different criteria, but generally speaking, sellers obviously want to net the highest amount that they can.
Okay, so same scenario. We've got the 95 cash, the 100 FHA, the 105. Now it's listed for 100.
Right.
The 105 Homepath and 110 FHA.
Okay, the 110 FHA is probably not going to fly, and the reason is that our pricing is pretty much in line with market values.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is that 110 FHA, it's not going to appraise, it'll appraise for less, and it could even appraise below the 105 or even below the 100. And then the seller would end up with less proceeds in the end. With 105, the seller knows that that's what they will end up with because they are not subject to appraisal.
So appraisal is the big issue that is causing
Absolutely.
problems. And so you're saying that when a bank looks at offers, they're considering what it might appraise for based on either appraisal they have or the agent's opinions of list price, and then they're looking at that going, well, these other offers are just way out of the ballpark. I'm just going to take this one because it's the most likely to appraise.
Absolutely. The other thing that they'll keep in mind is their present experience in the marketplace. So if the last few offers that they've had to deal with price reductions because of appraised value, they're going to be a lot more skittish about appraisals and they'll go with a sure thing. It always makes sense when somebody's going with a sure thing. I think anybody can understand that.
Okay. So if you are looking to buy a house that's a Homepath property and you want to get a Homepath loan, and you want to do it here in Las Vegas, I'm going to give you a phone number. That phone number is 702-991-3153. That number rings my buyer team. Someone on my buyer team will take that call and will be able to help you. You can also email me directly at todd@nvrs.com. You can find the links to my email address all over the video blog and probably on YouTube as well. That's the update for today. Oana, thank you very much. I appreciate you answering all the questions, and hope to see you on another video. Thanks.